Welcome back to Narrations. Sometimes, saving the world once isn't enough. Because once you prove you can do it, the world starts expecting more. Carmen and Juni Cortez are no longer just kids who stumbled into a mission. They're officially spies now. Recognized. Respected. Part of the agency their parents once worked for. But being a spy isn't as exciting as it sounds. Not all the time. Because now, it comes with pressure, expectations, and competition. Another family has entered the picture. The Gigglers. Gary and Gertie Giggles are everything Carmen and Juni are trying to be: confident, efficient, and always one step ahead. They're praised more, chosen more, trusted more. And slowly, that starts to affect everything. Carmen feels it. That quiet frustration of being second best. Juni feels it even more. Because no matter how hard he tries, he always seems to be just behind. Even their parents notice it. But they don't say much. Because this is part of the job. The tension builds. Until one mission changes everything. The agency is hosting a high-profile event. Everything is under control. Everything is secure. Until it isn't. A mysterious device is stolen. Right under everyone's watch. The transmooker. A powerful invention capable of controlling electronics, shutting them down, manipulating them, making even the most advanced technology useless. In the wrong hands, it could change everything. The mission to recover it is assigned. And once again, the Giggles are chosen. Not Carmen. Not Juni. That stings. Because deep down, they know they're capable. They've proven it before. But being capable, and being trusted, aren't always the same. Determined to prove themselves, Carmen and Juni decide to take action on their own. They track the device. Follow clues. Push forward without waiting for approval. And that's when they discover something unexpected. The trail leads to a mysterious island. Not marked. Not documented. Not supposed to exist. An island filled with strange readings. Unusual signals. And something else. A complete absence of technology. Their gadgets stop working. Their systems fail. Communication cuts out. For spies who rely on tools, this is the worst place they could be. And yet, it's exactly where they need to go. The mission becomes personal now. Not just about the device, but about proving themselves. Proving they belong. They arrive on the island. And immediately, things feel wrong. The environment is unpredictable. The air feels heavy. The silence is unsettling. And then, they see them. Creatures. Not normal animals. Not something from any known world. Strange hybrids. Combinations of different species. Unnatural. Unexplainable. At first, they seem almost fascinating. Until they move. Until they react. Until the danger becomes real. Carmen and Juni quickly realize this isn't just an island. It's a laboratory. A place where something has been created. Or is still being created. And whoever is behind it is far more dangerous than they expected. Meanwhile, the Giggles are already there. And once again, they're ahead. Gary and Gertie move with confidence, handling the situation like experienced agents. And once again, Carmen and Juni feel it. That gap. But this time, they don't step back. They push forward. Even when things go wrong. Even when their lack of technology makes everything harder. Because now, they understand something important. Being a spy isn't about gadgets. It's about thinking. Adapting. Working together. But that's easier said than done. Because the tension between them is still there. Arguments. Blame. Frustration. And on an island like this, that's dangerous. As they go deeper, they discover the truth. The island belongs to a scientist. Romero. A man who tried to create something extraordinary. But lost control of it. Now, the creatures roam freely. Unstable. Unpredictable. And somewhere on this island is the transmuker. But they're not the only ones looking for it. Because something else is moving. Watching. Waiting. And the deeper they go, the more it becomes clear. This mission isn't just about proving themselves. It's about surviving something that was never meant to exist. And this island is hiding far more than they imagined. The deeper Carmen and Juni move into the island, the less it feels like a mission. And the more it feels like a trap. The creatures aren't random. They're everywhere. Watching. Moving in patterns that don't make sense at first, but slowly begin to feel intentional. Romero's experiments. What started as an attempt to create life, something new, something extraordinary, has turned into something unpredictable. Not all the creatures are aggressive. Some are curious. Some even seem gentle. But others are dangerous. And without their gadgets, Carmen and Juni are forced to rely on something they'd been avoiding this entire time. Each other. At first, it's not easy. The arguments continue. Blame comes quickly. Mistakes happen. But out here, mistakes have consequences. Real ones. At one point, they're chased through the jungle by a massive creature, fast, powerful, impossible to outrun for long. They dodge, hide, climb, barely escaping with seconds to spare. Breathing heavily, shaken, they finally pause. And in that moment, something changes. Carmen looks at Juni, not as someone holding her back, but as someone who kept up. Juni looks at Carmen, not as someone who always takes control, but as someone trying to protect them. And slowly, they start working together. Not perfectly, but honestly. Meanwhile, the Giggles continue their mission. Confident. Focused. But even they begin to struggle. Because this island doesn't favor experience. It favors adaptability. And that's where Carmen and Juni begin to catch up. They find Romero. Not as a villain, but as a man broken by his own creation. He explains everything. The creatures. The experiments. The loss of control. And the transmuker. It's here. On the island. But it's not just a tool. It's the key to everything. In the wrong hands, it could disable the entire world's technology. And someone intends to use it. The truth unfolds. The Giggles' father. He's not just part of the agency. He has his own plan. To use the device. To gain control. To prove something. And suddenly, the mission shifts again. This isn't about competition anymore. It's about stopping something dangerous. Carmen and Juni move quickly. Now working as a team. Thinking. Adapting. They track the device. Avoiding creatures. Navigating terrain. And for the first time, they're not behind. They're leading. The final confrontation builds at the heart of the island. The transmuker is activated. And instantly, everything stops. Every gadget. Every system. Every piece of technology. Gone. The world is silent. Disconnected. And for a moment, it feels like the end. But this is where everything changes. Because Carmen and Juni don't rely on technology anymore. They rely on each other. They move forward. Carefully. Strategically. And when they confront the truth, they don't panic. They act. Using everything they've learned, not from training, but from experience, they outmaneuver the situation. They stop the device. Not by overpowering it, but by understanding it. The chaos settles. The creatures calm. The island feels quieter. The Giggles' father is stopped. And the truth is revealed. The competition. The pressure. The need to be the best. It was never about that. Because in the end, it wasn't the most advanced agents who succeeded. It was the ones who adapted. Who trusted each other. Who didn't give up. Carmen and Juni stand together. Not as rivals. Not as kids trying to prove something. But as partners. Equal. Back home, everything returns to normal. The agency recognizes what they did. Not with loud praise. But with quiet respect. And even the giggles. See them differently now. Not as competition. But as equals. And Gregorio and Ingrid? They see it too. Not just their children. But who they've become. Real spies. Not because they were trained. But because they chose to grow. Together. Spy Kids 2 isn't just about adventure. It's about realizing that being the best doesn't come from gadgets or recognition. It comes from trust, growth, and believing in each other. If you enjoyed listening to this narration, please like, share, and subscribe for more movie stories. I'll see you in the next one.